Now, everybody, this is probably a bad time to broadcast. Whatever, I don't care. But yeah, I just watched a video that Digi did about the first part of it was about like sleep and everything, and I've talked about this numerous times on my channel. How I either sleep all the time or not at all, and so I don't know what's up with that with regard to shifting. I do know that, my ears have been ringing a lot lately. And like one ear is like feeling like a waterfall is, I don't know, either a waterfall or like an ocean or something. And then also the ringing and stuff. And I felt like that for the last 4 days or so. And, it's weird with this shifting stuff. I mean, who knows what we go through or where we translate to or whatever. Um, really just don't know. But anyway, I am hoping that he does come to Colorado, or I can go to Vegas if he wants to go to Vegas. I can definitely do that because like flights from here I can get for like $99 on a weekend. Like if I leave on a Thursday or Friday and come back on a Monday, I think it's 99 bucks, something like that. Vegas would be cool because I've been to Vegas, but it was only in the airport, so that really doesn't count as a layover, you know? And so that would be fun. Um, yeah, but things are changing for me as well. I went to part-time at my work because of the sleeping thing, because sometimes I can't wake up and I don't know what all that's about. If it's due to shifting or if it's due to something like, I had a head injury about, oh gosh, what is maybe 4 or 5 months ago or something. And I don't know if it's due to that or due to the shifting. I'm not really sure. But I just know that I either sleep all the time or not at all. And I've always said that. I've said that on my channel numerous times. And it's like you almost physically cannot wake up, like you're going to come almost temporarily, you know? And so I don't know what all that's about. But so what I did was I went to part-time at work. I go to work much later in the day. Like I work from 3 to 7. And I'm gonna try to see a doctor about this actually because I don't know that it's related to shifting. I think it might be related to a head injury that I received or that I, you know, off a wall that was 6 feet high that I had no business doing when I was 52 years old. You know what I mean? And so, it could have been related to that as well. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I haven't been able to catch up on some videos lately because I've just been busy with personal life and sleeping, like everyone was talking about. Actually, could not even get up for 4 days. Didn't drink or eat anything for maybe 4 days. And so I think there was something major that happened, to all of us because I hear a lot of people saying that, in their streams. Digi did it. I think there's some other people in his chat that said that they felt the same way. And so, I don't know what's going on with it, but, maybe we'll never know. It and really doesn't matter. I don't know that it does. It's trying to figure out, you know, I used to be so wanting to find out everything and why is this happening to us and why is this, now I just feel like, I still want to know why. I'm not saying I don't, but it's more like, it's mm, it's just like the life experience, like we're having these either a digital life or holographic life or translating from world to world. Who knows what the heck it is, But okay, so truth searching says minor ringing now. Sometimes in my right ear, it sounds like digital sound, like frequency sound. Well, that's one of the things that I have talked about in my past is that I hear music that's not there. I hear music that's not there. I hear voices that are not there. Um, Hey, Prelim. So always good to see you. But yeah, I mean, it's always like it's always a thing. Like like I said, this is one that was actually a new to me. I've had like the ringing lots of times, but I've never felt like underwater and where I hear like ocean waves coming out of my left ear. And like when people speak, it sounds like the opposite direction from where they are. It's really strange. It's really, really, really strange. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I didn't know if any of you guys experienced any of that. Sometimes truth searching, I feel like the dreams are more real than what we experience here, you know? Yeah. Awareness and equilibrium. Well, I felt off. I mean, I couldn't even barely walk to the bathroom, Prelim. I mean, for 4 days, I didn't eat, sleep. My ears were ringing off the charts. Like I said, I still hear a sound in my left ear that's, apparently not there or whatever, but I hear it. It's coming in, or um, there was one other analogy I had, but I wonder sometimes if our dreams aren't more real than what we think is our actual life. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to put the link in the chat in case anybody wants to join. But yeah, I just, just listening to G talking about his sleep, and there's a lot of people in his chat talking about it too. I know it's a pattern. It's usually either we sleep all the time or not at all. And for me, that definitely rings true. I mean, I either sleep like maybe 2 hours a night, or I sleep like 14 hours a day, So I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, but the underwater thing is new for me though. Where I felt like underwater and where like the voices, hi, I'm okay, I'm gonna add you. Hey Prelim. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Rain. Good morning. Uh,
How are you doing today?
oh, I'm just, you know, keeping the ongoing effort to improve any way I can. You know, it isn't like
Yeah,
it isn't
but
an
what does that
over. It's
mean?
not an overnight transformation. It's an ongoing process, and you have setbacks. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Some people don't step back, they just keep going. They're so sick of their old self, and they just refuse to go back, and they fight. And I think that's what is going on. We're fighting against gravity. I don't mean physical gravity. I mean, spiritual gravity of darkness.
Right. Oh, I think that as well, definitely. Yeah, and truth searching has an interesting comment. I did have open heart surgery on December 25th, 2018. Things have been off
Wow.
strange.
I
And
didn't know that.
so that's what we've all experienced or said is that, perhaps we've died or whatever. I really can't get around that concept. I mean, there's too much evidence for it in my mind with too many of us. And so I don't know what this place is. Is it a place, if that's true, let's just say that it is true.
Okay.
What would be the reason that we're put in this place to like, are we here to rectify like past mistakes? Are we here to acknowledge God, which I've always actually done anyway, but are we here to like help other people to, maybe transition into I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm just saying if that concept is.
It's a correction facility. We were never here. We weren't even in the old earth in Sagittarius. Our true self, there's the spirit mind and the human mind. And the human mind is not the spirit mind. Your true self is your spirit mind soul. That's the real you. We don't even have access to our memory of who we were before we were incarnated. We only remember since childhood, and that's our human mind. So our human mind is what quantum shifted to Orion. We didn't die. We just it's just that our human mind was shifted to a sub version of the original Earth. The original Earth didn't have many versions of it. There was only one unique Earth.
Right, and it was linear, whereas now it's not.
Right. So that's from there on, I'm not sure what to think after that. It's like, okay.
But when did that catastrophic event, was it something that precipitated or did we originally quote unquote die in our original reality and then moved into this?
I don't think so. No, because I think if we died, we would have gone out of body, we would have experienced the light, we would have had unless maybe we did, right, and we're just not allowed to remember while we were out of body. Because I've read many NDE cases, and a lot of them don't, they're not allowed to remember what they experienced on the other side. They were just sent back, and some of them were very painfully sent back, and some of them had were given at least a glimpse of meeting their grandma, their old friends or spirit friends. But then at some point they don't remember what else they were shown. So maybe we did, but the thing is, I think the important thing is that we have to realize who's in control. Many people think they're in control and that they are God and that it's all their choice and they can do whatever they want. And I think what a lot of people learn the hard way is that we are not in control. God is sovereign, and we don't have a choice in what kind of reality we want to be in. We have to earn it. Character is earned. You cannot fake personality. You cannot just have a great body and a great reality around you. You have to earn that. Otherwise it's fake. Genuine character. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at? You can't just be who you want. You have to every facet of your life is who you actually are spiritually. That's, and I'm guessing. I'm not saying I know. I'm saying that's what it seems to be to me. That's what I'm getting from all this.
Right. Well, I just want to shout out a couple people. Holly G and Patrick Roberts is in the chat, and then Truth Searching says, if I wanted this experience, I changed my mind. I feel like that all the time. I'm like, some part of me says that I chose this.
I definitely didn't choose to come to this world. No way. I don't like this world. I believe I'm here because it's like it's because of punishment. It's it's like prison. You can't just be bad and then say, "Oh, I want to be good." You were bad, and therefore that manifested as who you are now.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I've thought both
Otherwise,
ways.
nobody's
Let me just say
nobody's genuine. If you don't earn good, you cannot be good in a true reality. Reality cannot
well,
just.
no, I
You
don't think
cannot
we're
just
good.
have.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just thinking maybe I wanted this test. You know what I mean? Maybe I wanted this test of my character. That's to me thinking that I'm good. I either do think that I was punished for some reason,
Yeah.
Or
You mean?
that for some reason I wanted this test for myself.
Do you mean this school? Like a learning school?
Yes, exactly.
A school,
Yes.
yeah. Okay,
It was kind of
yeah.
like a school.
It's a school. It's a school for a level of spiritual awareness. Each complex individual is at a different degree. Like some people, have this part that they're going well with, and other parts that they still have to master or overcome or whatever is dragging them down. I think the only way reality can be real is if you are authentic. You can't just think and fake it until you have to actually be it.
Right.
That's
I
just
mean, I
what
feel like I'm becoming a more
I
real
know.
I'm
I'm just
sorry, go ahead.
I'm facing this myself. This is just what I'm arriving at. I could be wrong. I'm always learning. I listen to other people, but that's what it seems like. It's like, well, why else would we be here unless it was that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that, like, sometimes I feel like, before I was kind of living a fake life, even though I was quote unquote good,
Yeah.
and now I feel more like a real person. And so
Right. It's better
I
to
don't
just
know which one is better. I mean, which
right.
one is
Like, even if you're doing bad in any way, at least be honest with yourself and say, like, okay, I gotta be honest about this, and I can't fake myself out. I gotta be true to heart. Like, well, this is where I'm at, so I have to accept that and then bring it to God. Whatever your understanding of God is, and then say, okay, I want help with this issue or this thing, or how do I do this? Because God is sovereign. That's the point I'm getting at. God is control, and God is not a religion. God is beyond religion. He's not a condemner, or he's not a racist. He's everyone. He cares. I believe God is not the Old Testament. The Old Testament doesn't make much sense to me, but I might just be naive. I don't know. I don't understand the hell thing. I think this is hell. I don't think it gets worse than this.
see to me the Old Testament I don't know. I have problem
What?
with that more and more all the time, which I
Yeah.
always, hi Raleigh, I just want to say hi to Raleigh. He's in the chat.
Well,
But
Solomon's Book of Proverbs makes sense. I like that, and I like the Book of Daniel, and parts of Genesis make sense. But then, there's just maybe I just don't know, and that's why I got to go talk to more pastors and ask them the things that don't make sense to me. But I still,
well, part of it,
I still search all. I mean, I study Zen Buddhism and I study other things. I'm not a narrow-minded, Christian. I'm a broad-minded philosophical Christian. So that's, because I refuse to think that it's all just a book from 2,000 years ago. I think there's got to be a lot more going on.
well, if you look at, like, I use, what's it called? eSword, to look at like what the actual Greek or Hebrew said, or Aramaic or whatever. And when you look at those words that they put for what the English says, some of it is totally wrong, and so that's why, I mean, it can mean that, but maybe it doesn't in a certain context or whatever. And so, I never used to question the Bible or its veracity, but now I do.
Or each person's at a level of perception, and just like how we're all perceiving different layers of this reality, so that like what you're ready to know is revealed to you. When the student is ready, then the teacher appears.
That's a good quote. I like that. Yeah, because I don't think we're all ready for the same.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, Ray.
Right. Yeah,
Okay,
and
well,
so
I'm gonna take off. Let somebody else join in.
Oh, are you
Thank
leaving
you.
me? Are you leaving me
Well,
already?
okay, I'll stay. Well, if anybody else wants to join,
you can stay
let's
until at
bring
least
in
someone
Patrick
wants to join in.
maybe
but
Rally, or
if you've
anybody
got
else
stuff
wants
to
to
do, I
join in.
understand.
No, I don't. I just don't want to hog the stream.
No, I love it when you come on. No, I mean, you're one of the things that helps me like think through my thoughts and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you help too. Everybody here, everyone here has some swig of the tree. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone, even those that are really negative, they usually have like you learn something from where they're at. Like, wow, that tells me what I don't want, or what even if we disagree, we kind of think, well, I'm glad I don't think that way.
But sometimes in a new way. Sometimes it helps me think in a new way. It's like, well, I've never thought about that before. Maybe it's true,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it, like with music for me was always about exploring what was not on the radio. And most people just look at what the damn mainstream is doing, and I hate that. It's like, man, go outside of the damn mainstream bullshit. I hate that. But that's just me. But I'm saying the same is true with spiritual perception. It's like, don't have to be like a herd of swine all led to the
same. Right, and in some ways, I think that's what they want, though. They want you to have some kind of hive mind.
Hive mind, yeah.
They want you to like, think that all life is about is like, getting married, having children, having a good job, having a house and 2 cars, and maybe a vacation home. That's what they want you to think,
Well, yeah, that's what the lower. I think that's what this lower realm wants, and if we tune into outside the black clouds, the voices that are trying to get to us from heaven, if we listen into that, then we see through the black clouds.
Right.
I'm generalizing, but you know what I mean.
Right. Well, and exactly. And I think, I guess the road less taken or whatever has some kind
Yeah.
of meaning to it
It
because
means just getting out of the it means getting out of the tunnel vision, because there's a tunnel vision going on, and people all look to each other for, okay, what's acceptable and what's okay, rather than just, wait, I gotta take a step out of this to see it from different, wait, maybe, it's people just want to feel safe and secure, and they tend to look for the bandwagon group mass consciousness of, what do others think, and to be acceptable and to conform,
right.
and imagination and the
Yeah, I
art
agree totally.
that, the outsiders are always given, they're the people that were sitting at the long table in the cafeteria in middle school, and it doesn't mean that they, were like some evil person. They just couldn't stand all the mainstream people, because they were so selfish and competitious, and they were thinking utopian, and the utopianists always get the outer fringe. I don't know,
And just
just my
generic
thought at the moment.
and, like in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I don't know, I
Ashley,
didn't
I wish you were.
I rationally.
Ashley's in the chat. She's in a class. Darn
Yeah, thanks for starting a live stream, Rain.
it.
I was looking on it, I
I
was
want to
like,
hear this. I
man,
don't know if you posted it yet.
oh, cool. Yeah, new theory.
But
Okay.
yeah, she wants to present, and I can't wait to hear it. That's gonna be awesome. But yeah,
Okay, so Raleigh says we are not in hell. Okay.
her and Patrick, you guys done that, Miss.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. They've done some, I think.
Well, Raleigh
Not
earlier
for a while. Hello? I think your stream went out.
about the words
Your phone is breaking.
in the Bible, which I've known about for over a year. But she's my internet here is not that great. It's
I'm getting like every other word.
okay. Yeah, I just
Well,
I love it. And prelim, I love it. What's that?
Yeah. You're in the outer you're in a rural area of Colorado. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I'm in Grand Junction, which is in Utah. Or near Utah, I mean.
Oh,
it's in Colorado, but it's near Utah.
Oh, okay. What is Utah like?
I used to be born in Plains, and that's where like my picture is and everything. But I moved about a and I'm thinking about changing my name,
Yeah. Is Utah like a lot of people in black suits and white shirts?
What's that?
Is Utah very like sort of robotic uniform, conservative black suit and white, like guys with short hair all in suit and ties?
It is, but there's so many beautiful things here. Like My son came out last spring and we went to Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park and Dead Horse State Park. And I mean, it's such a beautiful, and then there's all kinds of like petroglyphs and stuff like that. So even though it's a really conservative place, it's really a neat place to visit just for all that, just natural beauty, you know?
Is it a city? I mean, is it a? I don't think about the. I only think about the city. I don't care about what's outside of the city.
Well, there's really no city to it, but it's like
Really?
if you want to know where the city is that's closest to all those three places, it's Moab. And I don't know if you've heard of Moab, Utah before, but it's really a beautiful place.
Okay. I don't like nature.
But yeah, if
I'm not a.
you don't like nature,
No. Animals and defecating,
Canyonlands. It's like a Grand
eating
Canyon.
skeletons and insects, and it's disgusting.
That's funny.
From a
I've never seen someone
a,
admit publicly they don't like nature. That's
no,
funny.
nature is ugly. Come on. I mean,
You like more of
I
the
like
ethereal
flowers. I
art
like
world, right?
flowers. I like flowers and plants, and I like nice animals. I don't like animals that eat other animals.
Well, that's true. But you're more of like
Pretty
the
gross.
ethereal, just
Yeah,
art person,
I
right?
see life from the outside. I'm ethereal. I don't like a lot of stuff about this world. It's very disturbing. But I say that with all fairness because I care.
You didn't
I
have,
care
I mean,
about the
you
well-being.
the other animals, though.
I mean, I don't. I'm saying that. Well, I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't like people getting old and suffering and enduring all this madness. Unless they're learning from it, or if they're in love and they're happy, then that's great. But there's so much suffering that kind of makes it all seem like it's unfair. Maybe I don't know. I don't mean to play. I'm not saying it's. I can't say. I can't define what I'm trying to say. It just seems so. It's too mysterious and it's too depressing, and it's like for all the happy 1% people, there's 99% people that are
Can you hear me,
miserable.
Prelim?
Yeah.
I'm thinking my stream's going.
Yeah. I'm just having breakfast. I care though. I just don't like to see all the. It's just too harsh, and I know it's for a reason. So I trust God. I know this is for.
Okay.
It. No, it's breaking off. I'll reset. I'm gonna reset mine.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Well, anyway, everyone, Prelim and I always have a great conversation. So, Raleigh, you're leaving us. Well, you have a good day. Us because she's in anatomy right now.
Hey, Rain. Can you hear anything?
Okay. Sorry.
Check. Oh.
Oh, Melissa. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Check. One. Okay.
You
Who is it? Oh, Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Anyway, I know I haven't seen Melissa in so long. That's awesome to see her.
Wow.
Melissa, I need to make sure I haven't missed or anything in so long. It's great to have you here. Well, yeah, we're talking about kind of some deep stuff. I don't know. Prelim and I always get into some deep conversations about nature of reality and whatever's going on.
No, I mean, we
And
can
try
talk
to
about.
have some kind of pushment to it.
It can be everyday stuff. It doesn't have to be profound or heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'm just venting because I'm grumpy.
Well, you do a great job with Facebook's website. If you want to post it, feel free. I think you have a wrench, so post that if you want. And
oh, you can post artwork on here. I don't know how.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like share screen.
Yeah, you can either do a share screen or just post a link as well, and then they can go to it while they're listening to us because they're not like looking at us personally; they're just looking at our icons. So, they can either go to that link personally.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the share screen.
Or yeah. Do you see how
I'm not a savvy. What? See how?
Let me see if I can do it. Okay, let me see if I can do it. Well, no, you're gonna have to do it yourself. I can't add you to the share screen. Now, if you want to post a link to it or anything like that, that'll be good. Or if you figure out how to do the share screen, I can do that.
I can send an image. I don't.
Okay, well, send an image and then I'll post it. Send it to my email. You got my email, right? rainontheplains@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try that. Be right back.
Okay. Well, anyway, Melissa, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Let's see. Raleigh, thank you for being here, as well as Rationally and Truth Searching. Holly G. Let's see if anybody else has come in. Patrick, of course, but he got in the shower apparently. Apparently a shower is more important than being on Rain on the Plains broadcast. Let's see here. Anybody else? And if you haven't shown yourself, please do. Okay, let me see if Patrick has sent me the video or the email of what he wants me to show in the artwork. I don't see anything yet, Prelim. Have it already on Facebook. I can copy the link from there too. So that's an idea also. Okay, so is Digi gonna visit you guys in Wisconsin? There's like 3 people in Wisconsin, 3 in Colorado, like 3 in Texas he wants to see. I don't know how he's gonna visit all of us. But if we do want to go to Vegas, there's like a flight from here to Vegas for like $99, something like that. Oh, Sharky, you're eating breakfast? How are you? So Prelim's trying to show some artwork. He's going to try to send it to me. I don't see it yet on my email yet.
Okay, I sent it. Check now.
Okay, you sent it? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me check. Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Oh, you sent. Oh my gosh, you sent a bunch.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
about 9 pictures or 8. Okay.
Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me see if I can let me see if I can do the share screen here. I haven't done the share screen in a while. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try to share the screen.
I think that's me in first grade.
Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna try to share.
Okay.
Oh, dang. Let me see if I can do a Chrome tab. Chrome tab, that would be better. Okay, so let me just see. I'm trying to get to it. I gotta look at my email here. Okay. I think I can do it now. There we go. Do you see it?
Not yet.
I think I did it though.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That is a cute picture of you.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the others now. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
That was
That was cute.
1970.
That's a nice picture.
What?
I
I
like
can't. I
that.
don't see the second one.
The second one is an
Oh, yeah.
artist drawing he did.
Can you enlarge it?
Let me try. I don't know if I can.
Can't really see it.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I think I can. Hang on. There we go. That's about as big as I can get it without getting some of the stuff out with.
Oh, okay. It's because it's
You s-
kind of detailed.
Do you see it
That's
now
my
though?
friend in Germany. Yeah, it's my friend in Germany.
Oh, that's really. Oh my god! Let me show this next one.
Thanks.
That's about as big as I can manage it without. Do you see the next one? The purple?
That's a book cover.
That's cool. I love your artwork.
For a sci-fi novel.
What was it? Was a sci-fi novel?
It's for a book I wrote. Yeah, years
That's
ago.
cool.
Thanks.
That
Called
is
Lab.
so great. I love these. Okay, I'm gonna go to. I can't wait to see some of the others. So hang on.
Okay.
Oh, this next one looks cool too.
Well, what is it?
Let me try to enlarge it. Hang on.
Oh, it's the fish box uniform.
You are so creative.
Everybody is.
They just
Just
need to
have
use it, right?
We just have to use it. Yeah. It's called Escape of the Pink Brain Cube.
Oh, that's great. That's a great title for that.
Yeah, because
I just
it's
did
like
some of my sister's artwork. She's really good with artwork.
my
I won an art show when I was in 8th grade, and I'm like,
yeah.
my art teacher
You,
gave me a C plus, and then I won the art show, and she changed it to an A minus. Kind of funny. Okay, I'm gonna show the next one.
okay. Thanks for showing these.
Love.
Hi, Svetlana. Svetlana's here.
Oh, it's that-
Which one? Oh,
was
that's
the
one of my
green
new
hair?
ones. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
Svetlana is so unique, and I mean, I don't agree with everything she says, but I'm so interested in everything she
It's
says.
so
You know what I
interesting.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, it speaks to my. It's so. She is like way cerebral. I mean, she is like
Yeah.
she know. I think she might have had an NDE. I've never asked her, but she seems aware of stuff that none of us know about.
I agree, 100%.
And I could be, I don't know, but it's wow.
That's why I'm always so interested in what she has to say.
Yeah.
And did
she
she ever
finds,
get her child protection services worked out?
I wondered that too. What happened to her daughter?
I know. That's what I wonder.
Yeah, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
She went through a lot.
I'm going to the next one now. Oh wait, maybe I have to go back and then do it.
That one's about a woman escaping from her flooded home. Her house was flooded, and I did a portrait of her.
Okay, so wait a minute. Who's that of?
The next one is a poet. My friend Jenna, she's a poet, and she was at an open mic poetry stage. She's got a really good voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to be I don't like to be too realistic. I'm not a photographer. I try to add.
Oh my God, what's this of? This is interesting.
What? I try to add. Oh, that's a design for a costume. It's called the Octopus Woman, and it's her ears are like her headphones, and she has like an purple octopus costume with tentacles.
I just love your art. I love you and Dominic both. Dominic's art is really good too.
Yeah,
I've seen. A good one.
Dominic's question. It comes on like 20 seconds after. It's that one's Vanessa, or not Vanessa. That's Vivian from. That's in Texas. The Truth Sets You Free. That's I did a portrait of her.
I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah, her real name's
I thought
Vivian.
Mr. Truth Sets You Free. I love her channel.
No. Yeah, Vivian is Truth Sets You Free.
Oh, Vivian. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's Vivian. Yeah, I've never seen Vanessa. I don't know
her channel.
But that's the picture of Patrick in the corner.
The dancing videos, do you know? Because I haven't seen her in a while. What's that?
Yeah. Vanessa just made a great. She just made a great video with Brian Stave. She was on Brian's channel last night with Vanessa.
Oh, check that out. That's for sure.
Oh, it was really good actually, and I didn't know what to expect, but it turned out really good.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Okay, so I need to greet some people, other people that join the chat. Yeah. So Svetlana is here.
Oh, hi, Jem.
Svetlana, we love you. We love your out of the box ideas on everything, both Prelim and I. I think I don't want to speak for you, Prelim, but. Yes. Jemima, love you, Jemima. Kevin T, hi. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check those out. Wow, that's really cool.
I like Vanessa's point of view because she's really you can tell she's really put a lot of thought into her research since the beginning. Like she's been really at it the whole time.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, most of us have known each other for what, maybe
Yeah,
it's, you know, it's
yeah.
really comforting to know that we've like been solid with each other for just, I don't know. It's
I feel self-critical. I feel like I should have done more. I'm still trying to catch up with everyone, really.
well, you're not catching up. It's just for some reason you prefer to be a guest rather than do your own. But
I don't.
why don't
Yeah,
you do your own videos?
I would.
I would
I'm so
definitely be
bad
a
with.
guest on your show.
I don't know technology though. I'm not good. I'm like somebody that like I don't like computer
Part
technology.
is you can do, but you can do like test. Because when I first went to
Yeah, I get.
StreamYard, I did like
Yeah.
a couple test things because
Okay.
I wasn't sure how to use it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm just gonna do a bunch of
Yeah, so
tests
do,
and then work and try
yeah,
to figure out. Once
do
I
some
figure out
tests.
how to. Okay. All right. I don't know how to add people to the link. Like I don't know how to share. Join the link or I have to
It
figure
just
all that
says
out.
like it just says like there's an invite button, and you click on that
Okay.
invite button, and then it gives you the link, and then you put it in the chat. It's easy.
Okay.
Like if you want to do like a test stream, just like between you and me sometime with you
Sure.
starting it, and then I can
Okay.
help you with like trying to figure it out. That'd be fine. Because I think you should do your own shows.
Well, I do. I've always wanted.
Right.
In some ways, I'm really primitive. I like computers. But I'm determined to do a show, and it'll be on a different channel, so I'll have to, introduce the different channel.
Well, I think that's a smart idea because I think you should keep your artwork separate from the Mandela effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to.
What do you think you're gonna name it?
I might just use my plain real name.
Okay, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But anytime you want me to be on, I mean, just I'm
Okay.
not always going to be available, obviously, but
No. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So what's going on with Patrick's been doing some really good videos of like while he's driving around, and I like how he interrupts customers in all the stores. Just asking them about JFK. Those are fun.
Right.
And
well, I just
even
know that you're one of my
too.
yeah. I just know that you're one of my prominent guests, and I always love having you on because we always have a great conversation, and it makes the live stream so much more interesting.
Well, I won't say always. I mean, sometimes I'm just.
I
won't say.
too.
It's often. Sometimes I am more articulate, and I don't want to boast. I don't think I'm like. I think a lot of people here are more focused and have a better online speech. Yeah.
You're very articulate, Patrick.
No.
Yes, you are. But anyway, I mean, you were like, I think the second person on my channel.
Yeah, I remember that.
I know Suso was first, but I think you were either second or third. I'm not sure. Brandon Halsier might have been second. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah. When did you start? Or when did you awake? Or when did you start? I mean, not the 82 stuff. I mean, when did you first
Well, it was sometime sometime during 2016 because
Right. Yeah.
I
Okay.
went to because I knew about all this stuff all the time, but it was like suppressed, you
Right.
know?
And then you
And
realized,
that's what you're
then you knew something was going
yeah,
on. Okay.
right, and that's what you're getting at. But the thing that alerted me to like that things could not be right in this reality
Yeah.
was, in the 70s, I had acne and so I used Noxzema. I think I say this in my very first video. It
I
had a
used hi-
Z.
I used High Karate aftershave when I was in ninth grade. Do you remember High Karate?
I
H A
don't.
HAI. It had a commercial with like kung fu fighters, and it was like High Karate. It was like a Japanese TV announcer. High Karate aftershave. It was really
A Japanese announcer. That's funny.
fun.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, but for me, it was seeing Noxzema change from, I knew it had a Z in the 70s when I used it when I had acne when I was, maybe 13 years old or whatever,
Yeah,
late 70s. And because I am old. Well, I think you're actually a little bit older than me, aren't you?
I think
Are
so.
you like
Yeah,
maybe
I
maybe
don't
4 years older than me?
I don't
But
remember.
but anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyways, so like yeah, in the late 70s, I knew had a Z because I used it because I had like really severe acne.
Uh,
And then in 2016, I came back to Colorado after living in, all over the country or whatever. And the most recent place was Alabama or whatever. And I saw
uh,
an end cap the Noxzema without the Z, and I'm like, I wonder why they removed the Z. And then a couple months later, I saw it with the Z again, and I was like, that's not possible. It's not possible. And so that is what triggered it for me. I was like, I researched it. I was like, what the H, what the hell is going on here? And so that's when I researched it fully and found out that, oh, yeah, I had like not only that effect, but maybe hundreds, if not thousands. And I think I am up to 1,000 now, because I kept a log. And someday I'm going to put that log and someday I'm going to do my top 10. Like
mhm.
right now, just for instance, I would say, well, definitely John Deere because that's the first one I saw in 1982. I would say Noxzema because that's the one that like precipitated me knowing something was going on, which nobody talks about Noxzema. No one.
Yeah,
And then I would say also,
a lot of those older ones, I don't know if it's my memory or if it changed. So, I mean,
well,
the ones that I'm iffy about, I just don't.
but the thing
I don't
is
think about
that
those. You know,
we might have double and triple memories though.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because for me, because I started seeing changes so early, for me,
yeah,
it's like, I may not even know that it's a change because I've seen it that way for so long,
yeah.
you know. But I would say another one for me would be Rod Sterling because going to Sterling because
I
I live near Sterling, Colorado. It's
yeah.
like an anchor memory for me.
I thought it was Sterling, but I'm still not sure if it was always Sterling. So I leave it. I just think, well, I'm not going to think about that because I'm not sure.
Well, for me, I know it was Sterling
You know
because
it was
the only reason I know that though
Sterling.
is
It
because
just
I live in
makes more
Colorado.
sense. That's an easy
Yeah.
one to not be
And
sure
so,
about, though. So I don't know. I mean,
mhm.
but you have a definite memory of it because you lived in Sterling. So okay. For
Yeah, well, I
me,
didn't live in Sterling, but near Sterling. But anyway,
oh,
and then
near
another
Sterling. Okay.
one would obviously be the JFK car. That was
Yeah,
huge for me.
that
I
was
saw
a
that.
major. Yeah.
I was just like, there is no freaking way there was a middle seat to that car. There's no way.
No, there really wasn't. And it was
You know?
always in black and white, and there was no bar going over the middle, and it was annually on the PBS station because they would
Mhm.
always do a tribute, a commemoration, and they would show the footage, and they would have the narrator talking about before and after and his early speeches and why he was controversial. But it was black and white and on a color TV, and and
Mhm.
and there wasn't a bunch of other versions of people filming it. It was like that was
Exactly.
the one, you know?
Mhm. The Zapruder film you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then later, all these other clips showed up, and then a color version in 2016, and that was like, "What?" And then seeing that the car was longer, and suddenly there's 6 people in the car, and it looks like Jackie shot him.
I know, well, that's what they tried to portray in this reality. That's another weird thing, is
Yeah.
they tried to portray that she had something to do with it. Well, she never
Well,
had anything to do with it. Are you kidding me?
the way the gunshot goes right up through the top of his head. I mean, there's something flashes from her hand, and then there's a spout, like he was hit from several directions. Like somebody shot him from a side, and then it looks like Jackie shot him right up through the neck. And then she throws something away behind the seat, and there's a flash of light from her hand. It does. To me, it looks like she actually shot him.
It does look like that from that reality, but
Yeah.
you remember it didn't look like that from our original
No.
reality,
No,
right?
it never looked that way
Right.
before. Right, that was never even brought up. It was never even, and it didn't appear the same. The movements weren't the same. It's I
Yeah.
I
Well, then a
I
couple
kinda want
other
yeah, go ahead.
huge ones for me
Yeah.
were South America moving like 1,000 miles to the east,
Yeah.
and then also Australia, because
Yeah.
Australia would never shove
Yeah.
that close up to Papua New
Yeah.
Guinea,
And
you know?
Indonesia was nothing like it is now.
Right.
That was totally changed, and China is ridiculously changed.
Well, and Mongolia. What the hell is with
Yeah.
Mongolia? You know?
Right, and
And
even if
Kazakhstan is huge now.
and Kazakhstan is and Japan is now right up next to the Chinese shoreline. It used to be way more east. And and Finland and Norway and Sweden, where I was, were nothing like that. That area really changed.
So, just what off the top of your cuff,
Yeah.
Preland, what would be your 5 top? Because I can
Oh,
give my 5 top.
I don't even want to do that. I don't believe in the top. It's just they're all relevant. And if anything,
They are.
I would say the galaxy change. The change to Sagittarius to Orion, because Orion was a place in the stars. But what doesn't make sense is, why do the stars look relatively in the same place? Like, how can we be in Orion and the stars not be drastically different? For astronomy.
But some people say they are drastically different in the positions and things like that,
Yeah.
which I never paid that much attention to
Yeah. Yeah.
astronomy in the past. So I can't speak to that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't want to speak to that because I don't know, but they
I
say that
yeah.
it is different.
It is different. Okay. Well, now we have the 13th sign, so apparently there's something different, because that wasn't there.
Well, and do you know I am part of the 13th sign? I am
No,
a Ophiuchus and a Sagittarius, apparently.
no, only
So,
those who are born after 2012 are 13th sign. Anyone but if
well, they
you're
say
born
anyway.
before 2012, then it doesn't apply to you.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up, but
Yeah, look
they
that
say
up.
that I'm an Fucus and a Sagittarius for some reason right now.
Huh.
And I'm still hearing an ocean in my left ear. I'm just saying,
So
my
here-
original purpose for this video is
Huh.
I'm still hearing like a waterfall or an ocean in my left ear. And it's like, it's different from
Wow.
the ringing, which I did hear actually earlier as well.
Wait, what caused the ocean in your ear? Well, I mean,
I
the
have no
sound.
idea.
Huh.
It just started like about two or 3 days ago.
Oh.
And, you know, Digi was talking about like how he was sleeping all the time and he couldn't wake up. And I was like, haven't you heard any of my videos before, Digi? Come on. You're like one of my prominent,
Huh.
you know, subscribers. And haven't
That's
you heard
interesting.
of me saying that I either sleep all the time or not at all? And this is one of the times where I was sleeping all the time and I
Yeah.
couldn't wake up.
Oh.
And so, like, I actually went to
Sleep well.
part-time versus full-time for my job
Uh-huh.
because I can work as much as I want at my job,
Yeah.
but they're only holding me to the part-time now
Yeah.
because they know I've told, and this happened like repeatedly, and they've worked with me, and I can't even believe they've been over backwards for me because I guess I work for Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. I'll just say, put that out there. I guess the client loves me because like the members like always give me good reviews and stuff like that. But anyway, they've let me do that because you know the members like me so much, and I can work as much or just as minimum as according to like I've gone to like a 20-hour schedule now, which I can work if I
Mhm.
feel good
Yeah.
as much as I want, but if I don't feel good, I can only work the hours those 20 hours. And
Mhm.
so they've worked with me a lot, and it's because of all this Mandela effect shifting and shit like that. Because like when I hear this like ocean or waterfall in my left ear and I can't hear the client, you know, I
Mhm.
mean, it's kind of a bad thing. And so like when I have these weird time frames where I sleep all the time,
Mhm.
they're actually working with me to, you know, try to
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how to explain
yeah.
it, but
Well, yeah, I think that, that's, I think the answer is with you, and you know what to do and how to change that, and it can get better with your sleep cycle, and, uh,
I just can't believe they're willing to work with me on this
yeah, well,
because they are, and they
yeah,
realize that I have something weird going on
yeah,
and I can't make it to work all the time, you know? And so I
yeah,
have like basically a 3 to 7 p.m. shift now, you
okay,
know? And I can work part-time, but I can work as much overtime or even more time if
uh-huh,
I feel good.
yeah, that's
But they give me time to wake up because I can't wake up
yeah.
sometimes.
Well, you gotta, exert a lot go for long walks, and, um, this is, something that you already know. Like, I don't wanna be the guy to tell you what you already know. You already know. You just gotta, you know, you'll sleep good if you're active enough in the day, and, it's everything else.
Well,
Uh,
see, and the whole thing is that sometimes I'll work like 15 hours of overtime in a week. You know, I work 55 hours. But other times I can't not wake up.
yeah.
And they know
Well,
that because I
'cause
have that
yeah.
record. And
Yeah.
so
If you don't have enough
they're
melatonin.
working with me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they would want to, other than like the
Yeah.
client is really like
Well, next
every
time it
month,
happened, like, okay,
every month but one, I've always been on the list of like highly satisfied,
wh-
you
right?
know,
Because no,
weekends.
shallow sleeping is caused by a lot of different things. Like if you don't sleep deeply, then you wake up and you're still tired, and to have you know what you need to do for deep sleep and feeling well rested when you get up. I mean, unless do you feel like are you having dreams where you're being attacked?
No, I
Okay,
never have dreams like that. No, I never
I've heard
have
about
dreams like
that.
that. It's always like,
Okay.
it's always just like my brain is buzzing, like it's vibrating,
Huh.
and I cannot wake up. Or it's like hearing like this weird ocean sound, like I'm hearing right now, actually, right at this moment. And
Oh,
so, no, it's never like somebody saying bad things or anything like that. It's just more of like I can't wake up physically, you know, or I
wow.
can't
Well,
um
you mean like like, well, just do something about it. You could
how? How? Prelim how?
exercise. Get really tired before you sleep. Then you'll wake up like well rested. It's physical
Okay,
exertion.
well, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, go to the Planet Fitness or someplace and and don't over exercise. Just enough to, where your body feels good about it. Don't over exercise, but don't under exercise. A lot of people don't exercise at all. They're just their exertion at work is enough, and they just and because the work can be a lot of running around. Um, I don't know all the technicals of your situation, so I I think I can only say from my own experience, I sleep well as long as I'm busy in the day. Right now, I'm sitting around, so I should really go do something.
I
So
walk a lot though, because I walk a lot because I don't have a car.
yeah,
And so I walk to
well
work,
that
I walk
see
to
that
whatever.
that's enough to make you tired and not like it's probably because you have a lot on your mind with the Mandela effects.
That's
That
exactly
keeps
it.
us all up. I mean,
And I
I
can't
don't
shut
sleep.
that off.
I haven't
There's
slept.
no way any of us that are obsessed with this, like you are and I am, or
Yeah,
anybody in this chat can
yeah.
shut that off. We can't shut that off for some reason,
Yeah.
you know?
I have experimented with that. I have tried to imagine that I was back on Sagittarius and just everything's normal. I've tried to just like imagine that it didn't happen, and just so that I could just like focus on my practical life. And it's hard to do. And Life Matrix did the same thing. He did a show about that. He didn't want to think about it for a while. Like, he just said, "I'm just going to stop thinking about this because it was interfering with his practical concerns, and life and
Well, of
finance."
course. I mean,
But
we all have to like pay the rent. We have to pay our
right,
bills. We have to do whatever. And like,
yeah.
I
So yeah,
went
I
part
don't.
time.
If I
It's
obsess,
not going to be enough, for me, but
yeah,
I can like when I feel good, I can work extra. But when I feel drained and when I hear this like ocean running through my ears, like I do right now,
yeah,
they're allowing me to
oops,
be there from 3 to 7. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so it's just,
hmm,
they've worked with me a lot. And I can't even believe that they've worked with me as much as they have. But,
mhm,
like every time I do go to work and I'm able to function, they know I do a good job.
mhm.
And so they just know that I can't always go to work, you know? And
Alright.
so they're working with me for some reason. I don't know why, but It's just,
Okay. Well,
I don't
let's
know.
just
It's
work
it's
on it.
just
Just
I can't. I
reset.
know the sleep thing is huge with the people in the Mandela Effect community. I
Meditate.
mean,
Meditate.
either we sleep all the time or not at all. So what's that all about as well?
I'd have to be there. I don't really. It's vague. I'm not sure what you mean, so I don't know. But I mean, if
Okay, so
anything,
maybe you don't
in your higher
maybe you
intuition.
don't experience the way I do.
Yeah.
Because for me, I either sleep like maybe 2 hours a night, or I'll sleep 14 or 15, you know?
Yeah.
And I've talked about this on my
For
channel.
me,
I've
it's
spoken about it on Scarab.
yeah.
I've spoken about it on
I
lots of channels.
I'll sleep 5 hours and then later I'll sleep 2 hours. Does that make any sense? I
Yeah.
don't know how. It's like I can't sleep a straight 7 hours anymore as I used to. And it's usually I'll wake up right in the middle of a dream, and the dream itself wakes me up because something's really, I don't know, something's going on in the dream. Then I'll just wake up, and then it'll take me a while, and then I'll finally be able to get sleep later on, just for a nap. But
Well, I
my
have a
sleep
very hard time
between like
sleeping.
5 and 2.
Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I cannot wake up, and
Huh.
sometimes I sleep at
But
all. I'll drift off, and then
yeah,
something will send me awake. I'm like, what the,
yeah,
how come I can't just
yeah.
get past this? So I don't know. I think that
'Cause
sleep has
if you
a lot
study
to do with
sleep,
it, is all I'm saying.
yeah, you can't sleep on a shallow level. You gotta sleep deep, otherwise you'll be really tired still when you get up.
Mhm.
So you gotta get that deep level of sleep to feel good when you get up. All right, well, I'm gonna go. I just feel like I'm just gonna go outside. It's actually sunny outside. And it's warm for Wisconsin. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sunny out here too. I
Well,
noticed
that's
that.
good. Did you see? Oh my God! I gotta tell you one more thing. Not yesterday. We had the brightest sun at 1 o'clock yesterday I've ever seen. It was so bright. I think it was something to do with the coronal hole in the sun, temporary, and it was so bright that all the snow on the ground was literally glowing, like fluorescent, it was glowing
That's cool.
like lamps. Like the snow on the roof and the snow on the ground was all glowing. And the sun was brighter than, like, it was super bright. You couldn't even, it was real blinding. And did you have that in Colorado yesterday?
There was, well, I don't
Real, I
know because
mean,
I was at work
noticeably
most
like
of the day
brighter
yesterday,
than
but
ever, like never that bright. That's what happened yesterday. But
I just
it
know
was for
the
like a whole
moon
hour.
the moon has been huge here. Huge
Yeah,
in the
the
night
moon,
sky.
and yeah, the moon's been really weird too. But I wanted to see if that happened to you yesterday, because
I don't really know about the sun. I just know
yeah,
that, like, the last 2 nights here, the
like
moon has been incredibly huge.
yeah, I've seen some other things about the moon too in the past 2 days. All right, Rain. Well, if somebody else wants to call in, I'm gonna step out and
Alright, well,
have a good day and get some good sleep, and you know what to do. Just trust trust your higher self, and of course any encouragement from others always helps. So I encourage you, and sleep good.
well, Prelim, you're always welcome on my channel. I'm
Okay.
always glad to add you. So,
Oh, thank you.
but I want you to do your
Oh,
own stream
thanks.
too.
My own script? Oh yeah, my own stream. I know.
Yeah.
I have to rise above my limited brain function and learn how to do a stream. Okay, I'll see you later. I'm off now. All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go too.
Okay.
So thank you everybody for joining. Jemima Rationally is here again. Patrick, Svetlana, thank you so much. If I didn't say Jemima, thank you. Prelim, of course. Truth Searching, Melissa. Let's see. Thank you all for joining, and everybody else who didn't show themselves, thank you for joining. I appreciate it all. And you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and hopefully we will see each other soon.